Well, green infrastructure's time has come. We are ready to start to move into more socially conscious buildings and more socially conscious community development. And so the spectrum really went from sustainability and now it's moving towards resilience. Green infrastructure is a major component of that evolution. And the customers want it now, the investors are using it as their underwriting criteria, planning boards are looking for green, and particularly green infrastructure because they're struggling with their own infrastructure rebuilding. And it's the trend right now.
So green infrastructure is a different approach, a more holistic approach to stormwater management. We not only store the water and do the same kind of delaying, but now we're infiltrating water into the ground, we're taking advantage of evapotranspiration, and we're overall improving the water quality because now we're generally filtering the water at least through soil and often through the root zone of vegetation. So we're getting a much higher quality. So the state is proposing to change their stormwater rules. They put out a proposal in December of 2018. By the rules changing, we will now be able to get credit for green infrastructure systems. So this will allow a developer now to actually reduce the size of the area dedicated to stormwater management. So the DEP is going to begin recognizing infiltration. And that's a cornerstone of a lot of green infrastructure. Not all green infrastructure is based on infiltration, but many different forms are. Another advantage with green infrastructure, small-scale green infrastructure fits very well in the nooks and crannies. For instance, in a shopping center parking lot, you've got landscaped islands that are throughout the site. However, in a green infrastructure approach, those same islands, still decorative with planted landscaping, can now actually help with stormwater management. There are some engineers that are skeptical about green infrastructure. There's concerns about a variety of different myths they've heard. For instance, one myth is that porous pavement is subject to freeze-thaw and can have various deleterious effects. That's actually not true. Pervious pavement is actually excellent in the winter conditions and in fact will help melt snow and ice much quicker, will not allow black ice to reform, so it's actually safer.
The marketability of a project that shows a robust green infrastructure profile is much higher. My advice to other developers that might be skeptical about using green infrastructure would be that there's a lot of reasons to use it. Communities are very interested in green infrastructure in the developments that they're going to support. They'll be more supportive of developments that show a robust green infrastructure profile. The millennials and the baby boomers, which are our two primary markets in the urban areas right now, are looking for these types of projects.